If you are ready to embark on an epic journey through the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to show you how to watch all those amazing Marvel movies in chronological order. Let's take a closer look at the beginning of your Marvel marathon, starting with Captain America: The First Avenger. Released in 2011, this film transfers back into 1940s, where we meet Steve Rogers, a scrawny but determined young man who becomes Captain America. It's a pivotal starting point because it lays a foundation for the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Without Steve Rogers and the Super Soldier Serum, the MCU might have unfolded quite differently. Now let's jump ahead to Captain Marvel. Even though it hit theaters in 2019, the story takes place in 1995, a couple of decades before the other Avengers assemble. This movie is a hidden gem in the timeline because it not only sheds light on the early days of Nick Fury and the formation of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it also introduces us to the Skrulls, a shape-shifting alien race. They are present hints at the vast cosmic adventures awaiting us in the MCU's future. Moving forward, it's time to explore the genius billionaire Tony Stark in Iron Man. This film, released in 2008, kicks off the MCU in earnest. Tony Stark's transformation from a wealthy arms dealer to a high-tech superhero sets the stage for the technological advancements that will play a vital role throughout the series. Now let's talk about The Incredible Hulk. Released in 2008, the same year as Iron Man, this film introduces us to Bruce Banner's unfortunate transformation into the Hulk. It provides critical insight into the experimentations with super soldier serums and gamma radiation, which is a recurring theme in the MCU. Banner's story is a puzzle piece in the larger narrative. As we move forward in our Marvel Marathon, Iron Man 2 takes center stage. Released in 2010, this sequel, directed by Jon Favreau, delves deeper into the charismatic and brilliant Tony Stark's character. It's a film that explores his struggle with the consequences of his own technology, a theme that becomes increasingly important as the MCU unfolds. Tony Stark's journey in Iron Man 2 lays a foundation for his future development and challenges, making it a crucial piece of the puzzle. In Iron Man 2, we witness Tony Stark grappling with his identity as Iron Man and the expectations placed upon him. He's not just a billionaire genius, he's also a hero. The emergences of new adversaries, including Ivan Vanko, Whiplash, pushes Tony's ingenuity to new heights. It's a bridge between the events of the first Iron Man film and the broader MCU, setting the stage for the interconnected storytelling we've come to love. Our journey continues with Thor, released in 2011. The film marks a significant departure from the grounded stories of Iron Man and the Hulk, signaling the MCU's expansion into the cosmic and mythical dimensions. Directed by Kenneth Branagh, Thor transports us into the mythical realm of Asgard, where we meet the god of thunder himself, Thor, portrayed by Chris Hemsworth. Thor explores themes and redemption of worthiness, and Thor is cast out of Asgard and stripped of his powers. He must learn humility and the responsibilities of leadership before he can reclaim his birthright. The introduction of Asgard, the Bifrost, and otherworldly elements expands the MCU's horizons and teases the cosmic adventures to come. Finally, we arrive at The Avengers in 2012, directed by Joss Whedon. This is the ultimate payoff, where all groundwork laid in previous films culminates in an epic team-up. The Avengers assemble to face the villainous Loki, played by Tom Hiddleston, and his Chitauri army. It's a breathtaking spectacle of heroism and teamwork, with each Avenger bringing their unique strengths to the table. The Avengers not only marks a milestone in cinematic storytelling, but also in the MCU's narrative. The post-credits scenes in earlier movies, such as Tony Stark's encounter with Nick Fury and Iron Man, now fall perfectly into place, teasing the next chapters of the MCU. It's a moment of triumph and unity for our heroes, setting the stage for even grander adventures in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So there you have it, the chronological order for Phase 1 of the MCU. By starting with Captain America: The First Avenger and weaving through these films, you'll gain a deeper understanding of the MCU's beginnings and character motivations. Phase 2 of the MCU is where things really heat up, and we're going to guide you through the exciting journey, so let's dig deeper into these films. First up in Phase 2 is Iron Man 3. Released in 2013, this film explores Tony Stark's character on a more personal level. After the events of the Battle of New York, Tony faces anxiety and a new villain called the Mandarin. It's a fascinating exploration of Tony's vulnerabilities and strengths. Moving forward, we have Thor: The Dark World from 2013. Thor returns to Asgard to confront the Dark Elves, led by Malekith, who threatens the entire universe. This movie dives deeper into the cosmic side of the MCU and sets the stage for what's to come. Now it's time for Captain America: The Winter Soldier, released in 2014. The film takes a dramatic turn as Steve Rogers discovers that S.H.I.E.L.D. has been infiltrated by Hydra. It's a game changer, leading to the dismantling of S.H.I.E.L.D. and a major repercussion across the MCU. With the groundwork laid by these movies, we enter Avengers Age of Ultron in 2015. The team faces Ultron, an AI with sinister intentions. The film not only presents high-octane action, but also begins planting seeds for future conflicts, such as the growing tension between Tony Stark and Steve Rogers. Speaking of conflict, it's time for Captain America Civil War in 2016. This is where the Avengers are divided over the Sokovia Accords, which would regulate their actions. It's a clash of ideologies, and it's also where Spider-Man makes his memorable debut in the MCU. But we're not done yet. Let's not forget about the cosmic escapades of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Although it's tricky to pinpoint their timeline, it's best to watch the first Guardians of the Galaxy between Captain America the Winter Soldier and Avengers Age of Ultron. Now Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 enters the scene. While it's a bit of a puzzle, these characters are essential to Infinity War. It's wise to watch this sequel before Thor Ragnarok. Speaking of Thor Ragnarok, arrives in 2017. The film takes place around the same time as Black Panther. While the other order is unclear, it makes sense to watch Black Panther first and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and finally Thor Ragnarok. So there you have it, the Phase 2 watch order. Each film contributes to the evolving narrative of the MCU, from character development to the cosmic expansion. It's a thrilling ride, and we're just getting started. So Phase 2 is behind us, and we've got our watch order locked in. But before we dive headfirst into the epic Infinity War and Endgame, there's one more film you absolutely can't miss: Ant-Man and the Wasp. This 2018 gem takes right before the snap, offering a unique perspective on the chaos that unfolds. It's a must-watch to bridge the gap and fully appreciate the grand showdown ahead. And speaking of Infinity War, don't fret too much about spoilers. By now, the fate of our beloved heroes is no secret to most of us, yet it remains an awe-inspiring cinematic masterpiece. So why not savor Ant-Man and the Wasp in between, adding depth to your experience as you prepare for the culmination of the Infinity Saga. Then comes Avengers Endgame in 2019, the grand finale of the Infinity Saga. It's a cinematic event like no other, with emotional highs and lows, epic battles, and a sense of closure. The journey of the original Avengers comes full circle here, and it's a must-watch for every Marvel fan. After the dust settles from the Infinity Saga, it's time for some friendly neighborhood web-slinging action in Spider-Man Far From Home. Peter Parker grapples with the aftermath of Endgame while going on a European vacation. It's a delightful and light-hearted adventure that brings a sense of normalcy to the MCU. After the release of Spider-Man No Way Home on December 17, 2021, which became a huge blockbuster, Marvel did release subsequent films, including those featuring Thor and Doctor Strange. However, it's worth noting that some of these movies did not perform as well as expected. Therefore, if you prefer to follow the chronological order of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, up to Avengers Endgame, you should focus on the films leading up to that point. Now, Marvel isn't just conquering the big screen, they're also making waves in the world of TV shows, but that's a whole new adventure for another day. So there you have it, the ultimate chronological order to immerse yourself in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's a thrilling ride, filled with character arcs, epic battles, and jaw-dropping moments you won't want to miss. If you found this guide invaluable, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your fellow Marvel enthusiasts, and subscribe for more exciting MCU updates. Until next time, true believers, enjoy your Marvel marathon, and may your favorite heroes always prevail. Bye-bye!